everyone, this is Tuesdays with Amber, and, so this past 2 weeks, I have not gotten a single comment, and that's kind of unusual, and I'm really disappointed, guys. Seriously, did you all just kind of get abducted by aliens or something? Because I'm feeling a little bit bereft. Leave me comments. So, this week's topic is gender roles, and that is something that is very, very important to me. That's why I suggested this topic, and I will have a lot to say. So, my biggest thing I want to cover is, do I think that sex and gender are binary? No, they are not. I know that we are, I don't know about as much in other cultures, but we are kind of raised to see things as male and female. Even in a lot of our languages, in Western cultures anyway, not English, but in German and in Spanish, even objects have a masculine or feminine, identity. It's very strange to me, but, so when we meet a person, the first thing we think is it a boy or is it a girl? And if her little brain does not compute thing, it's very stressful for a lot of people, and a lot of people get angry about it and get very, because they're scared of what they don't understand and what does not compute in their head. And, it's very sad, really, because it's not necessary, and sex isn't binary. First of all, I want to say the difference between sex and the difference between gender is, that sex is your biological sex, what you're born with, and gender is how you express your express your sex, express your masculinity, your femininity, and how you identify with it. And sometimes it's congruent with your biological sex, and sometimes it's not. And I think everybody has degrees. No one is completely feminine or completely masculine, so the binary system is a load of bunk. And stop that, minion. You're a butt. Because even in biological sex, you might argue, well, everybody's male or female. No. And I'm not just going to talk about intersex people here. I'm not talking just about people you think of when you think of people who are intersex, genetical, people who are genitally hermaphroditic. I know a girl who is, she's hormonally male. She has raised levels of testosterone in her system, and she was just born that way. Does that make her male? No. And there are lots of people like that. There are loads of men born with 2X chromosomes, and they go their entire life not knowing that. Most of them, I think, are infertile. I don't know a whole lot about it. But, so it's really stupid to define things as binarily male or female, because they're not. There are 5 or 6 sex characteristics. I probably can't name them all off the top of my head, but there's chromosomal sex. There is gonadal sex. There is secondary sex characteristics and primary sex characteristics, which is genitalia. There is, did I say hormonal sex? There is sex identity. There is just 5 or 6. I probably am not naming them all. I've lost count. But, I mean, people are born with 1 or 2 not congruent with the rest all the time. Glenn must now be at the point where he's maybe, I think, 3 male and the rest female. And so, what does that make you? It makes you what you define yourself as, not what other people define you as. And I know that there's not a whole lot we can do about the male-female system. I think that there should be more allowance for intersex people, and that they should be able to make, more freely of a choice about whether they are male or female, but luckily, unfortunately, we're not in a position that's very, our culture isn't very understanding of those kind of situations currently. They just kind of, if a girl's born with a penis, they just kind of snip it off and say, well, it looked more female, but, oh, oopsie, later on in life. It's really, you can look into that a little bit more yourself, but it tends to just make me angry. And I know that if I ever had a kid who was intersex, I would if at all possible, I would not let a doctor do that, really. I know that's more difficult to do later on in life, but I think people should be able to develop their gender and to have an opportunity to freely choose. That's really quite a wonderful thing. What was I saying? So, do I think that transgender people would exist if there wasn't this strict binary code? I think they would, because I think it is not just gender roles. I think it is, a very huge conglomeration of factors, and some that you can't even just pin down to. Oh, it's sex. Oh, it's gender. One of my friends was asking me the other day, why don't gay trans men just stay female? I'm like, because it's not who you have sex with. It's how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your body. And also, if you want to be wielding a penis in bed or not. That sounds more ignorant than I mean it to be. It's just such a variety of factors. There are partners follow a traditional masculine role, and I have to say no. Glenn is very metro. He has to have his special Aldo shoes, and God, he's so shoe crazy. And he's not the kind of person to go out and go watch football and fix a car. He's really not. He acts a little bit more masculine around certain people, but people who generally don't know about him being trans don't question how feminine he is. They don't care. They're just like, oh, really? Okay. They don't notice it. But people who do know about him being trans, like, why isn't he born male? I'm like, because he doesn't need to be male. Really. But it's really funny, because, on one hand, he grows out his nails, ridiculously long, and, he says that it's for guitar, but I think he just really likes them. I like them too. And it's kind of funny, because he has the short nails on the one hand and the really long nails on the other, and I've never said this to him, but that's kind of, that's a little bit symbolic to me. I think that, a lot of men do initially, take on a hyper-masculine role and act uber macho when they come out, because they don't know how to act to be accepted. But I do think a lot of men also kind of embrace the feminine parts of themselves more when they transition, because they're able to express freely their masculinity without feeling weird anymore. Though there is some weirdness involved. Am I gender variant? Yes. Yes, I do not. I'm a very feminine person. I have very, feminine interests. But I like to be gender variant. I don't like to think of myself as 100% female. I had a time period where I'd change it up from day to day because I didn't even really know. I'd, come to school in a tie and, little boy haircut one day and, go around acting like this total tomboy, and I enjoyed it. I thought of myself as kind of a ladies' man, but and then the next day it'd be a big poofy sundress and a wig. So I'm a lot more feminine now, and I express myself as more femininely, and I think I'm pretty set on that I'm female. But I try not to adhere myself to society's, cultural depiction of femininity or feminine beauty. I think that that's constricting, and there's all different ways to be female and all different ways to be beautiful and be female. Well, I don't think I covered all I wanted to cover, but I'm running out of time, so I'll talk to you next week. Bye!